Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Who wants to know the challenge secrets to rock star results with respect to holding your own challenges or even participating in challenges? Sitting in the kitchen right now and decided if I'm working on this, why not go live and show people some behind the scenes things that I've been doing for decades, not just the last couple of years, but for decades with respect to challenges. Challenges have gotten really popular right now, and I'm actually creating a course for the Funnel Kitchen about challenges and exactly how to do them step by step. And as part of this 10-part series, I'm doing a walkthrough behind the scenes of some of the tips, tricks, and strategies that I've learned over the last couple of decades that I now apply, because it's one of those continuously improving processes that you start out doing things one way, and then as you learn and new tools come online and things become easier, you go ahead and you start doing those. So I'm just going to share my screen and start walking through what I do with respect to challenges. I don't have a real script written out for this. I just want to share what I do so that you can do it too. So you can lead a challenge and be doing it in as little as this week. I mean, when I decide I'm going to do a challenge, I literally decide, and within the next day or two, if it's not one that I'm going to launch and want to do a bunch of publicity for, I start doing it. For example, I'm currently doing personally a hook story offer challenge. I decided, I think today was day 12. I decided 13 days ago that I was going to do this challenge. And then the next day I put out a couple of feelers to see if anybody wanted to do it with me, because it's not a challenge that I'm doing or selling to other people. I'm just doing it for my own personal development. So I started doing it the next day. So you don't have to get really complicated about some of these things. And I'm actually doing something different with this. Sorry about the dog. Got my daughter's dogs and they don't like it when I'm on the computer talking to myself. So I'm doing this one on YouTube live because I wanted to, in addition to practice doing my hooks, my stories, my offers, I wanted to learn how to do YouTube live. I'm very familiar with Facebook Live. I'm very familiar with Instagram. I'm very familiar with and pretty adept at doing the live platforms, but I want to get into and start understanding YouTube, because YouTube's got the power of a search engine behind it. So I want to know how I can get more traction with my videos, since I'm doing them all the time anyway. I might as well get some more eyeballs and more exposure for them. So how did I, for example, decide to do that particular challenge? I decided the night before I was going to do it, that I was going to do it. I grabbed a notebook and a piece of paper, and I just kind of thought out and planned out what I was going to do. And I'm going to pause right now just for a second to let this dog out. Come on, you. Yeah. I'm going to do a live video. You guys are being dragged. Out you go. Stay in the yard. Potty. I never do that, but when she's jumping on me, she's bigger than I am, and she'll knock me off my chair if I don't get her outside. So now she can go outside and irritate the neighbors with her barking. That's not, I don't mean that meanly, but sometimes it's nice to get a break. So I decided I was going to do it. I grab a piece of paper. I map out just my overall objective. What is it that I want to achieve with this particular challenge? And with this one, it's a particularly selfish purpose. My purpose is just to get better at a certain skill myself. I've done this with health challenges in the past. Had a sudden cardiac arrest in 2010, and well, I guess I died. So since I'm still talking today to you and I'm here right now, obviously I had to make some massive lifestyle changes in order to still be here, because the majority of people die within 6 years of having an event like that, a health event like that, if they don't make massive lifestyle changes. So I'm pretty good at making massive lifestyle changes, and I think that's part of why challenges appeal to me so much. So how do we go about doing those challenges? Again, I said generally I will do them on Facebook Live, because Facebook Live is so quick and so easy to grab your cell phone and just hop online and do your challenge for the day. So that's generally how I deliver my content, or the message of the challenge. And sometimes I do it on a Facebook page. Sometimes I do it like I'm doing right now on my actual Facebook profile, but almost never, because frankly, I'm scared to hop onto my Facebook profile where people of all walks of life actually hang out. It's not just my business associates or people that I'm wanting to reach with the particular challenge. So I rarely come on my profile with respect to doing challenge things. I might share a message here or there, but for the most part, you won't see me on my profile like I am right now sharing this video on when I'm doing a challenge. I usually use one of my pages. So let's hop over to, and I think I might have to actually go to a different Facebook tab. I'm gonna close my my email. I don't need that open. Let's open another Facebook tab so I don't mess up the video, because I've been known to stop in the middle of making my live videos. So for example, I've done challenges on my pages before. A lot of times I'll create the video part of the challenge on a page. So for example, I've got one of my pages is the Supersize Business page, because I help business owners add an online component to their business, or to do a lot more online and to automate processes and procedures to make their businesses more efficient, because I am a nerdy engineer who loves efficiency. So I would maybe, and let me see, I probably have a challenge on this particular page. Actually, I just finished one on this page because I was recording. No, I didn't do it in this. I did it on the Women's Summit page. So, but what I would do is I would just make a Facebook Live video as a post on the page. And then I also like to do it in my group. So I also have a group by the same name. So this one happens to be Supersize Business. And then I also have the group Supersize Business. So let's go peek at that group page. I use a magnifying glass for everything. So it takes me longer to do these things than most people, but I try to not let it stop me. So let's go to the group page that corresponds to this. And the reason I like group pages is because I can use something called social units. And social units are awesome. I don't know why I didn't go to this from my main page. This is an example of what not to do in your business. Have way too many pages and way too many groups that you manage. Here we go, my group. I don't think this is the right my groups. I want groups that I manage. Where is my Supersize Business page? Well, let's just look at this 30-day Supersize Challenge page. I actually set up for a challenge a while back. I set up a separate page for this Supersize Business Challenge. So here's, for example, this is a group page where people have to join the group to be part of the challenge. And again, why I like this is I could have social learning units. So if I decided, and I haven't done this yet, if I were to decide that I wanted to send people through this 30-day challenge again, I could send them through where you can see on here, it says 30-day plus Supersize Business Challenge, because I hooked onto the One Funnel Away challenge from ClickFunnels when that came out last year. And I did my own bonus challenge along with that the first time through, and that ended up being more than 30 days then. So I actually have, I think, 60 days on one challenge here, and then I have another challenge as well. But what I like about this is you can have the social learning units, and so I can actually deliver the content in order. So when people go here, instead of it being like backwards like it would be, or backwards from when you produce the content through the discussion tab, I can actually put it in order. So day 1 of 30 of the Supersize Challenge. And this one this is different, but I actually did this one and I wanted to post it on IGTV, Instagram TV. So I actually filmed this one portrait instead of landscape. It looks funny, but you know what? The information is the same. The content is good. And that allowed me to share it not only on Facebook, but also on Instagram TV, and got the challenge a lot more exposure, and a lot more people were able to participate that way. So I might do that, but that shows you, then I can just lay them out in order. And yes, I do wear my pajamas every day. I go as the pajama grandma, so you can laugh, but that's my pajamas. So I will record I actually will record still on the page, a Facebook page, because you can edit in different ways and you can do different things on a page than you can in a group, especially if it's a private group. If I were to record in a private group, I wouldn't be able to share that video anywhere else. So I wouldn't be able to share it on my Instagram. I wouldn't be able to put it on my LinkedIn or my IGTV. I wouldn't be able to do any of that with it if I were to record it on a Facebook page. Now, I do have a trick and a workaround for that. And if you'd like to know what that is, you have to message me, direct message me and say, what is your Facebook groups, private groups video workaround? Because I was in a group where I was doing a 365-day challenge, and within that group, we had a 30-day challenge that I wanted to use that content somewhere else. So I had to figure out how I could strip that content out and use it in my group as well. So generally, the easiest, quickest, fastest way, and free, by the way, because Facebook's a free tool, to create a challenge is to do it in Facebook. Because you can do videos, but you don't have to do videos. Your posts can be, you can just do written posts for your challenge, or you could do audio posts for your challenge. It's totally up to you. I'll just say the way of video is here to stay, and you got to get comfortable doing video. Nobody likes it less than me, probably, but I still get up every day and I do it. I get up and I show up and I do it because I know that it's the future. The future is getting people to know us, to like us, to trust us. And the only way they're going to do that is if they see us and if they see who we really are. Now, probably people are thinking, you know, we'd like to see a whole lot less of you, but this is who I am. And so that's who I want to show up as. So Facebook pages. Now, I'll also pop over to my YouTube since I just started doing this on YouTube. And it's embarrassing, but I think I've got only like 47 subscribers on YouTube. Let's go to my channel because I've never done anything with YouTube. I use YouTube just as a hub to store my videos. And then I was hooking up with, you just saw Marian Asano. I did a 365-day challenge with him through a group. We just finished that on April 1st, and we're starting another one. I don't know if I'll do the whole 365 with him on this one because I'm also joining forces with Heather and Havenwood on April 15th, and we're starting our own 90-day live challenge. And we're thinking it's going to be a YouTube live challenge, but we're still working out the details of that. Because like I said, we decide we're going to do something and then we just work out the details and run with it. So for example, on YouTube, if I look at my YouTube channel, today I said I was doing that hook story offer one. So this is my hook story offer video for today. So I just recorded this on Facebook Live, or not Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, because I wanted to learn how to do YouTube Live. And I actually have not posted this one yet because I got behind in my posting of them. I'm doing one every day. So I did day 12 today, but I actually just posted day 6 yesterday. And by posted, I mean sharing it around to get input on it because, like I said, this is a personal challenge for me. So I'm trying to put the content in front of the right people. This is actually a challenge, and the content that I'm sharing is for the target audience is women with chronic pain, or predominantly women with chronic pain who need to find a way to make a living because they need to get certain treatments and be able to work on their own schedule. And that's the epitome of me. So it's a great audience, and it's a great group of people that I really want to serve and want to help to make their lives better. And so I thought for my hook story offer challenge of my own, I'm going to practice doing hooks and stories and offers for that particular target audience. Now I have a group called Painkillers, Chronic Painkillers with a Z, and I'm sharing it in there, but I am also watching my 3-year-old granddaughter, and I don't always get as much stuff done every day as I normally do when I'm not watching her. So as far as posting, there were a couple of days I forgot to post it and I got behind. And so yesterday was 6. I'm actually making myself make the video each day though, even though they're not posted yet around to get feedback, which is kind of silly because the whole point of doing it is to get feedback and input and see what resonates with people to determine what to do next. So, but I don't want to not do it because when I commit to doing a challenge with myself, I do it. So it's a 30-day challenge. I have to do it every day. So maybe it'll end up being a 45-day challenge of my own because I got behind on the days of posting it. But it's all good because it's all about getting better at a particular, or to get a particular result that I want to get. And that's why our customers and our leads and people, other people participate in challenges because there's a result that they want to get. So I set that up that way. Now, I will pop into my ClickFunnels account because I am a ClickFunnels certified partner, so I'm obviously an avid ClickFunnels lover. And I will hop into one of the funnels that I'm working on right now. And hope, yep, it's right on the top. And show you how I actually set up behind the scenes my challenges, because what I do is I set them up and I put them into a membership area within ClickFunnels again. So when I want to repurpose or reuse this content or offer it as a bonus for something else that I'm doing, I've got a place that I can send people because I've put all this content in here. Another trick I want to show you is what I do with capturing the links when I'm creating the content so that I can hand it off to virtual assistants and get other people to help me post and do things in other spots. But let's go ahead and look at this particular members area. And this is just a challenge, customer challenge that we just got done with as part of the back end of a women's summit. It's a 30-day challenge, which means I've got 31 lessons in here. And I just set them up super simple. Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3 through 31. And what I'll do in the beginning is I'll create a template sort of for the pages. So let's look at day 1. And these are not pretty. These are not fancy challenge sites, but they work and they work really well. So this is it. This is it. I've just got the video. So for today's video, both the Facebook Live where I originally created the content and posted the video, and then I've also got the YouTube link because like I said, YouTube's my hub. And then I actually have a worksheet and an action item that I create for each day so that every day the participants are doing something. They have to take some action. And that is a secret that I learned over the years of whether these challenges really help people or not. It's really easy for people to hop on and listen to a video every day and then just learn, and not really apply anything that they learn. But if you really want them to get the result that you're promising them so that it improves their life, so that they get the result that they wanted, so that they will want to work further with you, so that they understand that you really can help them get a result, so that they'll leave you testimonials or feedback, etc. You want them to get a result. So I create an action item every day, and I'm actually starting to create those into physical workbooks that I can send people. So it's not just a digital one. It's digital, but then we're also creating a physical book that we can send people, because there is nothing more powerful than in your own handwriting doing these assignments, and I call them action items because people hate homework and they hate work and they hate assignments. But the truth is, you got to take action if you're ever going to get a result. And this is my way of actually really encouraging people to participate. And when they participate, they get invested in the outcome, and they actually will achieve the outcome that they're trying to achieve. So this is just like, this is the format that I set it up in. This is just this particular challenge. They're all a little bit different, and I create them in whatever way suits me. Some of my challenges, I'll actually have a PDF of the worksheet right here on the page, and that's what the bottom link is. But I also am giving them the option to get a physical book and actually do it with us and write it out. Now those take a little bit more pre-planning, because for a 30-day challenge or whatever length challenge, you want to make sure they get the book before they actually start, if that's a key component to what you're doing. So this is what I lay it out like. So this would be the layout for the first day. And then let's just pop to another day. Let's go down to one of the later days. Let's go to 29. Again, very familiar format, right? Same exact format, because it's easy. I see I've got a row in there that's got to go, but that's okay too. So I'll use ClickFunnels, and then I will also use the email features and the Actionetics email sequences to deliver the content. And actually, it's just a link to remind them to go consume the lesson, because I want to make sure I'm encouraging people, especially on a 30-day challenge, to go and do their action items every day, to consume the content. 5-day, I do it with my 5-day challenges as well. I will do an email action item series to go along with the challenge. I'll deliver it through email. I'll deliver it through Messenger bot now these days, and I'll deliver it through Facebook Live and social media, or YouTube is being my new one, or Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever platform has got the people that I'm doing the particular summit for, or who I'm trying to reach. What else did I want to show you? Oh, when I do my challenges, I create each day, and this is a behind the scenes look. I create my challenges one day at a time. I wish I could show you my screen, although I don't think you want to look at me. I was just doing dishes. I don't do dishes very often, but I did them today. I want to show you exactly, and I've shown it to the group that I'm doing this training for. I grab a notebook, I write 1 through 30 on a page, and I brainstorm out my topics. Now, are my topics set in stone? No, absolutely not. Sometimes I'll start actually doing the challenge, and on a certain day, I'll be like, oh, nope, I got to talk about this tomorrow, not what I originally planned out, which is part of why I don't publish a list of these are the challenge topics, at least not the first time I do a challenge. And I just map it out, and then I hop every day, and in the morning, I will actually think for a few minutes about what I'm going to talk about. I put an outline of it on a piece of paper. I hit play or live on the camera, and I start talking, and that's how I deliver my lessons, or each segment for a particular challenge. I know a lot of people spend a ton of time and energy scripting and making them perfect and recording them all professionally, and I say more power to you, but I know myself. If I had to do that, if that was the way I got challenges done and I got video and things done, I would have yet to have done a single video. If I watched my videos and went through them, I would never do them. I'd be scared to death. I'd criticize myself to death, and I would never actually get anything done. So I just map it out. I create it each day. And as I'm creating it, what I want to show you is I create worksheets for each of these. So let me see one that I'm working on, and I probably closed it because I finished it yesterday. But let's just look at, for example, well, this, I don't know which one I want to show you. Which one makes sense? Oh, let's do my HSO challenge. HSO challenge is Hook Story Offer Challenge. So I've been doing it. I started it, but I'll create a worksheet like this in just Microsoft so that I can capture my links. So for example, I did a welcome YouTube video, which was very interesting because that's the first YouTube live video I've really ever done. And so that was entertaining, figuring out how to do it. And I'm sure there's some stuff that should be cut out of the end of it, but it's not, because it was my first one. And I think he even told people on there it's my first one. Then day one. So for each day, sometimes I remember to put the title, sometimes I don't. It doesn't always matter. But so for example, day one was, does your current situation have you paralyzed? And I did this one on my Facebook Chronic Painkillers page because the day before I couldn't get the YouTube to stop, and I couldn't get it to work, and I couldn't get it to play because I'd never used it and I was learning the platform. So this first one, I've got a Facebook link, and then I've got the YouTube because I downloaded it and then uploaded it to YouTube, and then just some text that I had put in for the description. And I did share this one. And again, I'm focusing on the hook for the first part of it, and then when I feel like I've really got the hook nailed, then I'll continue to focus and work on the details of my story. I'm trying to stay about with the same story, but I think it's been shifting over the last 12 days, depending on what my hook is, which I think that's how it should be. But in here, you'll see day 2, why is it so hard for me? Day 3, why does it hurt? Or where does it hurt? Why does it hurt? And then what I share might be different. Like this one's got some description on it, but I don't do that every day. And then the YouTube link, because I figured out how to do YouTube Live. So all of these have been on YouTube Live. And today was day, oh, here I was writing a post for sharing. And I try to capture a lot of what I do for a particular challenge on a worksheet or a spreadsheet like this so that I can show other people my thought process and how I do stuff and what I do and save it. So I also have got the links. So if I need to capture this to put into my ClickFunnels members area, I only have to go to one place to get the link. I don't have to go back to Facebook where I originally posted or made the video, or to YouTube in this case and find the link or find the video. I've got them all in one place, so it's quick and easy for me to do. So yeah, today was day 12, so tomorrow's day 13. So that is a really important trick. create one place. I keep telling myself I'll do it in a Google document or in a Google form. I'll start sharing my links in there. And I did it for one. I just recently did a women's summit, and I did create and use Google for that women's summit for all my links and for all my contact information and topics and things for that particular project. But I haven't really started doing it for my challenges yet, but that's the direction I'm going with that, so that I can have it more organized. And so I can farm out a lot of the work in terms of promotion, or if I want to repurpose it, or if I want to use it for something else, like as a bonus, like for an affiliate program. Say for ClickFunnels, I want to use one of my challenges that I've already done as a bonus for the One Funnel Away challenge. I could really easily do that. So I do them in ClickFunnels as well. And again, with the follow-up sequences, we haven't gotten to that in the training yet, but I do follow-up sequences. I do before the challenge starts, during the challenge, and after the challenge starts. I communicate with people via text. Sometimes, depending on the challenge, it might be via phone. We have live Q&A calls. The more interactive it is, the more you engage people in the challenge, the more likely they are to stick with it. I'll share a secret. In what really got me doing online challenges was a friend of mine on my Facebook regular profile page had posted about doing a 5-day Facebook Live challenge. This was back before I'd ever done a Facebook Live. I'd done maybe a few, but I was pretty much like everybody else, really scared and petrified of doing them. I would think of every excuse under the sun. I was too busy. I was, I had too many projects. I was helping too many other people. I just didn't have time to stop and personally start sharing who I am and showing up on Facebook Lives or showing up online at all. Or not online at all, but online as far as video goes at all. And he put out this challenge, and a whole bunch of people responded and were going to do it. And the first day, I was actually the only one that did it. Well, he called me out and, said, "Oh, Sharon did this. Everybody watch her video." And as embarrassed as I was, it definitely made me commit wholeheartedly that I wasn't going to not do the 5-day challenge. So I did all 5 days, and I think I was probably the only one who actually did the 5-day challenge in that time he went through it. Now he's done it, lots of times since then, but that time I was the only one that did it. And nothing like peer pressure, because even though I didn't know any of these people, I knew they were all watching, and I didn't want to lose face by saying I would do something, showing up once and then quitting and not doing it. And 5 days in the overall scheme of our lives, pretty much a drop in the bucket. And if it helps us to get a result that we want, what the heck? If you can't commit 5 days to getting a result that you think you want, you're just lying to yourself, right? And I think that's why, a part of why I like challenges so much, because I know once I commit to it and commit to myself that I'm going to do it, yeah, I'm going to do it. It's going to happen no matter what. Are there days, especially on these 365-day challenges that I've recently been a part of, are there days you don't want to do it? Yeah, I'm doing one, I call it Happy Every Day. And again, it's a personal 365-day challenge just to get my face out there and to focus on things that make me happy and that help make other people happy. Does it fit with anything else I'm doing? No, but it's very me. Now, there's mornings when I wake up, and it's the first thing I do every morning after I get cleaned up and ready to go. The first video I do every morning to selfishly kind of warm up my voice and get going and get my energy up is this Happy Every Day challenge. And it's just one thing every day from a little journal book that I got up at the cabin on a way to focus on things that make us happy and a way to think of things. Sometimes it's a saying, sometimes it's an activity, sometimes it's a little quiz, but it's just fun and it gets me going. But there's days when I wake up and I don't feel like doing any videos, but I'm still going to do it because I've committed to myself that I will do it every day this year. So every day this year, come rain, come shine, come hell or high water, whether I'm sick or not, if I've got a migraine, it doesn't matter. I'm getting up and I'm doing that video. Happy every day, every single day. And it's not because I made a commitment to anybody else to do it. It's because I made that commitment to myself. Now, I know I can fool other people some of the time. I can fool some people all of the time, but I can never really fool myself. I always have to look in the mirror and know that I always know if I said I was going to do something and I didn't do it or not. And I believe that we need to be true to our word, and we especially need to be true to our word to ourselves. So let me pop back over to my other Facebook. I don't see that we have any questions, which is awesome. I just was sharing this because I was doing it for a group and I wanted to just share a kind of a behind the scenes look at what I do. Trying to take a quick peek at my morning notes to see if I forgot anything. What I personally do generally for shorter Facebook or for shorter challenges is I just do them on Facebook Live. Again, it depends where your target audience is. To be honest, my personal audience is not on Facebook. Sorry, Facebook, but I mean, they are on there, but the people that respond to me and what it is I do and how I help people are people on LinkedIn. They're business people. I am definitely a business to business gal, not, end consumer person, although I do help a lot and coach a lot of small business owners and solopreneurs. But my people, what I say, my people are in my own personal groups on Facebook, or they're on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a much better platform for me. I will admit I'm trying to figure out Instagram. I definitely don't have that figured out. It seems like I go backwards every day, so I don't look at it. But I'm consistent and I do what I have to do on it. And on YouTube, I'm going to figure out YouTube this year. So we'll be doing a 90-day challenge coming up here pretty quick. We have no word out on that yet because we're still talking about what are we going to do on it. And I'm mapping out. I think I'm going to, after I get off this, sit down and actually map out the 90 days, what I want to accomplish and what I want to do and what I want to share over those 90 days. And I know that that's going to morph and change and depend on the people that are participating in the challenge. What they need and ask for is exactly what we're going to give them. And it might not have anything to do with what I want to provide, but I also, whenever I do a challenge, I do the challenge right along with people. I don't just put a challenge out there. I actually do it no matter how many times I've done it. I remember early in my small business career, I was in a really super duper stressful situation more than once. And so I created a 30-day stress challenge for myself and I just blogged about it. I just had a little blog that I did and I started blogging about, and I would create these lessons for myself every day to deal with stress and to handle stress. And I would just write up a little blurb. I'd share some inspirational things and I'd have some little activities that I would do about stress. And they really did help to relieve and alleviate my stress. And out of that, I ended up actually writing a book after my sudden cardiac arrest on one of the strategies and techniques that I used that really, really worked for me to get stress out of my life. So that's part of why I'm still here talking today. So whatever works for us is what we're going to do and what I'm going to encourage you to do. Figure out what works for you. Create the simplest process possible and then just continually improve and evolve and grow and add on and morph and try different things, but always make it your own and do what works for you. That's it. Go out, make it an awesome day. I'm going to let those dogs back in. If you have any questions, go ahead, share them in the comments below. I would be glad to answer any questions. Take care. Bye.